Hi Willow class, so today we are going to carry on with our theme of multiplication and division. Today we're going to be representing our calculations in different ways, and we're going to see, to start with, if we can think of some words that might mean the same. So I've got the word multiplication just up here. I would like you to pause the video and see if you can come up with at least 3 different ways of describing what that means. It could just be words that mean the same. Okay, I wonder what you came up with. So, we may have come up with times. Okay, so many times a particular amount. We could think about the word groups of. 3 groups of 4. There could be 3 groups, each with 4 in it. We could also think of the word lots, which might mean similar to groups, lots of. But all the way along, we're thinking about equal groups. Okay, when we're multiplying, it's always equal groups. Okay, now try and do the same for division. Now see if you can come up with 2 ways to describe what division means, or 2 words that mean the same as division. Okay, I wonder if you came up with these words. So division is when we share. But it's always important that we share into equal groups. Okay, so we're thinking about equal groups as well. So as we work through this week, it's really important to remember those words to help us. I'm going to move on. So here I have got our calculation. Okay, I've got 2 calculations and I'm going to show you how we can represent our calculations in different ways. We're going to use an array, we're going to use a grid, we're going to use a number line and a bar model. So our first calculation, 3 times 4. Now, if I think about 3 times 4, I'm thinking about 3 4 times. So I'm thinking 4 lots of 3. So if I was to draw that as an array, this was what it would look like, 3 times 4. So, okay, I've got 3 4 times. I've got 3, 6, 9, 12. So we know that my answer is going to be 12. Now I could draw that as a grid to show the same thing. So I'm going to use the squares. So my squares, in a way, make up the array. So in my grid, I've got 3, 3, 3, 3. But I've also got 4, 4, 4. I've got 4 equal groups of 3, and I've got 3 equal groups of 4. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 12 all together. Okay, I can also use a number line. Now, whenever we use number lines, we always start at 0, but we're going to jump in equal groups. So, 1 jump of 3, 2 jumps of 3, 3 jumps of 3, 4 jumps of 3, and I'm going to count along. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, and I've added my 3 each time. Okay, finally, I'm going to use my bar model. Now, all a bar model does is if this is our total, it's how we make our total. Now, because it's equal groups, my squares are equal, and I've got 4 groups, and each group has 3 in it. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So each of these representations shows the calculation 3 times 4, or 3 lots of 4, or 4 lots of 3. Don't forget we can always swap it round. So let's move on to the second calculation. 4 4 lots of 5, or 4 times 5, 4 groups of 5. So I'm going to start with my array. I'll do it in a different colour so you can see. So 4 groups with 5 in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each one has 5 in it. Now I could use that and turn it into my grid. You could make a separate grid if you wanted to. But again, I've got my squares that show 4 groups, each with 5 in it. Now I'm going to see if I can count in 4s to get to my answer. I'm going to do it 5 times on my number line. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to add 4 each time. So I've got 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That gets to our same answer. Okay, and finally, I've got my bar model. And again, I've got my 5 groups, and each group has got my 4 in it, which gives me 20 in total. Okay, have a go at Maths Resource Tuesday. On that resource, I've given you some number sentences, and what I would like you to do is see if you can show each of those number sentences in a variety of ways. Have a go. Also, have a practice on TT Rockstars today, which will help you with your mental recall of your multiplication facts. Well done, Willow class. Take care.